Los Angeles. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Za'Darius Smith in from his linebacker's spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just 14. To try and get some space.
14. Ball. Hey, 5. Louis. Let's go, 12. Let's go.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they look to throw. And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time, it yields a safety. So how's that for an interesting way to start this ball game?
First drive of the game, and you go backwards all the way into your own end zone?
Yes, it kind of makes you wonder what else we might have in store here in this one. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They go play action here on 1st down. Steps away to his left. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got a man complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A first carry now for Alex Collins. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, Collins. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down.
Detroit!
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. It finds Crabtree for the completion. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They were caught in no man's land that time, but the decision to go for it, that was the right one. It's a 1st down. Jackson, he's got the hook up to John Brown on the right side. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
No, Jack, Patriot!
Now Jackson on 2nd down. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Michael Crabtree, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Ravens will extend their lead. And the QB rating right now is sky high. 4 for 4 on that opening drive, and it ends with a touchdown pass.
Yeah, I don't know quite how to figure it out. I think I need my friends from MIT to come in and help me. But I think 158.3 is the number one.
Yep, that's the
right.
high
That's
mark.
the highest you can get. That's where he is. He'd like to continue on that pace.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Gone. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Back live now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Rams with a football to get us going, but they face a second and long to start things out. Back to throw, Goff. He'll throw underneath for Gurley, and he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It's a gain of 5, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Our ball. Our ball.
They are going for it. Goff escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Back to the Philly. Here we go.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Caught left side to Crabtree. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
All right, now look at 56.
Here's a first down run with Collins. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Here's Jackson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Alex Collins, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Oh, able to avoid him. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, and you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half.
Looking this time for Woods, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Trying to get it to Woods.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Now a play fake here on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the... Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one goes for 36 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On 1st down, Goff. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Tyler Higbee from 21 yards away. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now Goff will lead the Rams up to go for 2. They'll try and run it with Gurley. Dances by him. And he is in for the 2 points. And they're back within a score as the lead's cut to 8. Zuerlein out now to kick this one away. And the Ravens taking the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. On the give, this is Collins running left. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. The Ravens on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. To throw is Jackson. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Now the screen only good for 3 that time, but it'll bring up a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And where the ball is now, you got the field goal pretty much in the bag. Now do you try for the end zone a couple of times?
I don't think there's any question about it. You might get a gift of 6 points rather than the 3 that you just noted that you feel like you already have. Be aggressive, go after it, and try and get those points.
On the move to his left. Dancing to his left. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. After the interception, here's Jackson. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 11. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2.
Merlin, Merlin. Super one, super one, super one.
They'll try and run it with Gurley. And he is into the end zone. So they get 2 more on the board here just before halftime. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best as that brings us to the end of his first half of play.
So he comes out of nowhere. He's got this handlebar mustache, greasy hair, and he says, would you rather eat a jar of mayonnaise or 3 sticks of butter? And I'm what? All right, never mind. Third quarter action now.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney!
Now Jackson on 1st down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. And that is incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown. And it's 3rd and short. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And he's got Snead. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one as a receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
A gain of 32 that time.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock it.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Alex Collins, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Ravens have broken the tie. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now it's Jackson. That's caught at the 2. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. Nice little juke. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10, kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Listen.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. They're going to go for it. It's gone. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down of this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On 2nd down, Jackson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Matt Longacre not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. The Ravens on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. They pitch it out to Collins. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
Lucky 56. Here we go now. 3-19.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. He's going to air one out. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Time to establish the run game here. Gurley. Good move by Gurley. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. And a nice little broken tackle run there by Todd Gurley, the 10th pick in the 2015 draft.
And that's what you get with him, that full package of speed, power, able to catch the ball in the backfield. Many people doubted him coming out.
They go play action here on first down. They'll roll him out right. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was in search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee. And it's second down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to, you and your brothers, just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though.
And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
The Rams on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Goff. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw it back deep. Oh, wide open, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big gain of 38 there on third down. Goff throwing again. He'll buy some time right. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Todd Gurley, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Rams are now just a 2-point conversion away from tying this thing up. A big play coming now for the Rams as they'll go for 2. To the air again. Goff. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. To throw on 2nd down. Jackson. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Aaron Donald in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for?
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way to the opposite 45. A big-time 3rd down play for the Ravens. And even 40 yards. Jackson on first down. He's got the hook up to John Brown on the right side. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Collins. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
We got 4. We got 4. Let's go, fellas. We got 4 down. Let's go.
They go again with Collins. Space to run past the 20. That good for 19 and a first down.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far, they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
This is Collins on the handoff. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Here's Collins. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Yeah, the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. The Ravens on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4. Now a give to Collins. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And, you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And the Rams getting set to go now. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. He's going to let it fly. And got his man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving Day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt. And so far, it's working for both of them.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say good night from Los Angeles.